Good day everyone, I'm Sarmi A. Sarga from Bitalad 3B. So for today's video, I will recite the different kind of tools and equipment used in sewing. Tape measure. A tape measure is used primarily for taking body measurement as well as drafting patterns, measuring fabric, laying out patterns on fabric, specifying the length of the garment, checking the size of hems, measuring curves and corners, measuring curtains, kilts, and much more. French curves are used in drafting to draw smooth curves of almost any desired curvature in mechanical drawings. Pin cushion. A pin cushion is used in sewing to store pin or needles with their heads protruding to take hold of them easily, collect them, and keep them organized. Next is the curve rulers. Curve rulers are most important used for both patterns, drafting, and fitting adjustment. There are three main types of use for sewing garments, and each have place where they shine. And next is the emery bag used to sharpen and remove rust from needles. Next is the bodkin. Bodkins is a full cord elastic ribbon or other materials through narrow channels or casines such as waistband or edge of a hood. Tracing wheel, it is used to transfer marking from sewing patterns onto fabric with or without the use of tracing paper and can be used to make slotted perforations. Next is the sewing machine. This is the machine used to sew fabric and materials together with a thread. And next is iron. Iron is used to press clothes to remove wrinkles and unwanted creases. Seam ripper is a small sewing tool used for cutting and removing stitches. That the most common form consists of handle, shaft, and head. Next is the needle threader. It is a device for helping to put thread through the eye of a needle. Next is the yardstick. It is useful for checking hems and drawing long lines. Measuring from the floor to the hem length helps to gauge the finished drop of the hem. Next is the L square. It's a two-piece ruler arranged in a L shape. The L square is used to create scaled pattern from original sewing patterns. Next is the pattern paper or dotted paper, also commonly known as marking paper. Alphabet paper or alphanumeric paper is your best choice for retracing, altering, and marking patterns that need complex alteration. Next is the ironing board. It is to keep clothes wrinkles free. It is also multiply uses, which comes in handy in a smaller living spaces. Next is the pinking shears. The uses of these are the scissors with a sawtooth instead of straight blades. They produce a zigzag patterns instead of straight edge. Next is the thread snip. It is used for trimming threads and are easily to keep close to your sewing machine for keep a success to trim at the end of each seam. Hand sewing needles is used for hand sewing. It's a long slender tool with a pointed tip at one end and a hole or eye to hold the sewing thread. Next is the tailor's chalk. It is used to make temporary guide marks on the garments that is being altered. Next is the thimble. It is a device that protects your finger from being pricked or by a needle. Next is the dressmaker shears. These are the heavy-duty scissors that are designed specifically with the needs of the seamstresses in mind. Next is the sewing gauge. It is a ruler typically 6 inches long used for measuring short spaces. Next is the pencil. Pencil, it is can be used to mark fabric where the mark lines will not show on the outside of your fabric. Next is the ruler. Ruler is a measuring tools for sewing and pattern making to ensure lovely straight lines. And lastly is the rubber. Rubber is used as a sheeting combined with a powder that produces gases to form a foam rubber or oxygenated to form sponge rubber. So that's all. Thank you for listening.